I bet you watching right now are on self-improvement and you think that you have a life. You think that going to the gym and maybe going to school, going to work every single day is considered having a life. Really think about what I just said. You think that having a life means doing the same thing over and over again every single day. Waking up, maybe going to the school, going to the gym, coming back and doing the opposite. You wake up, gym, and then school. You wake up, school, and then gym. Is that a life every single day? Maybe on the weekends you go to the gym and you play video games instead of going to the school. Yeah, I don't think that's a life. Look at all the entrepreneurs that have recently popped off, like Iman Gaji, Hamza. What do these guys do? How do they live their life? Obviously, they don't have school or work that they have to kind of commit to, but they have a life. They have their own business that requires like 12 hours a day to maintain, and they still have a life. They still go out with friends and do activities. They still go out to nature reserves like this with friends. There are no excuses to going out and actually enjoying yourself. Look at their Instagram. What do you see? Iman Gaji is in the mountains in some, I don't know, coffee shop talking to his friends. That might be just for the Instagram, but even so, you can still look at that for the Instagram. Instagram nowadays has become extremely vital. As in, like, you can't really be known if you want to be known. You can't really be known if you don't have an Instagram, if you don't have some social media following. Iman Gaji has like 1 million followers around there. How do you think he got there? First of all, YouTube, but second of all, actually posting on his Instagram. And how do you post on Instagram? You do interesting things. You go to cafes, you go to activities like rock climbing. A friend once told me a week or two ago that on Instagram you won't get anywhere if the posts aren't interesting. Look at your Instagram, for example. You could have no posts right now. You think you'll get any amount of following? All the people that have a huge following are always doing something really interesting on Instagram. They're always doing some interesting activity. Like golfing. These people could be, I don't know, golfing and then ask one of their friends, yo, take a quick picture of me. Post that on Instagram, easy. An easy activity like that can help you start a following. And think about girls too. You think girls want to be with some mediocre, boring ass guy? Or someone that goes out at least once a week and does some interesting shit? 1 week, rock climbing, the next, canoeing. Who would they rather go with? The person that does something interesting every single week, or the person that stays inside, says they have a life, but in reality, all they do is just go to school or work and work out? Yeah, sure, they're proud of their physique. We think they're happy with themselves. You think these people are happy that they're not going anywhere? That they don't have friends? They have nothing to be liked about? People see them and see, oh yeah, that's a nice physique. But they don't see, oh, that guy's interesting. I bet he does some shit every week. If you do something interesting, something fun, just an activity, something like this, something like walking around trails, It's just an activity. Easy step to being more fun, to being more interesting. If you go at least once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, do some activity with your friends, you'll instantly be more attractive and interesting. You'll have more stories to tell, more shit to post on Instagram, and more likes to get. And since girls are on their phones most of the day, the more likes you have, the better. I think that the more activities that you do, the more you can post on Instagram. The more you can post on Instagram, the more likes you can get, and the more likes you can get, the more followers. The more followers means the more girls you have. Because honestly, I think every single action that comes down to being a dude, I think that every single action that comes down to being a guy leads to getting girls. Why do you want an aesthetic physique? Oh, because I want a girl. Why do you want money? Because I want to treat my girl right. Why do you want to be interesting? Because I would want to bore my girl out. Everything that you do as a guy comes down to wanting a girl. So why not just actually start improving yourself in the right way, not just in the physical, visual way, but in the mental way. Improve yourself in how others perceive you, in how others see you. Because in one scenario, let's say you have this jacked guy, 10 out of 10 handsome, extremely good looking, but all he does is work out. He doesn't have Instagram. That's probably a good thing, but he doesn't have Instagram. That means he doesn't post. No girls know about him except for in person. That's it. Works out, go to work. That's his life. And then you have another person. This person is also jacked. Also a 10 out of 10. Also extremely good looking. But this person has Instagram. This person goes out every week, every 2 weeks. This person posts on Instagram, posts interesting shit that people want to see. This person posts something about them rock climbing. Maybe next week they post a physique picture, a progress picture. And the week after that, maybe they go on a hike in the mountains. Who's gonna get more attraction from girls? The person who's more active, has a bigger following on social media, or the person who doesn't post at all? Because if you haven't realized it yet, girls do use social media, and it is a big part of their lives. So you might as well have an advantage. Get a big following, get a lot of likes, so you'll be seen as more attractive. And maybe that's not the type of girl you want to attract. That's a fair point. Then maybe social media is not as important to you. But what about, let's say, to making money? Sure, you can make money the harder way, like starting some clothing brand, or you can make money through social media. You can gain a following and sell something to them. I think, other than girls, that is the main reason you should have social media. Easy way to sell. Easy way to make money. And if you don't care about maybe selling your soul, then you could advertise for someone else. You could become an affiliate. Social media nowadays, honestly, has become extremely important. Like, incomprehensibly important to how vital it is in our lives. Easy way to make money, easy way to get girls, easy way to get attention. And yeah, of course, there's the opposite of that where maybe you don't want attention. You don't really want girls. Maybe you're gay or some shit. And maybe you don't want money. Maybe you want to live like a monk in Tibet. Yeah, fine. Do what you want. But if you're like me, if you're like most guys out there, and you want girls, you want money, you want a big Instagram following, you want attention, then social media is the way to do it. So be honest with yourself. Are you coping? And have you been coping for the past year saying, oh, social media is not useful because Hamza told me so? Is that you? Be honest with yourself. Instagram is important. Whether you like it or not. I say a good strategy, a good method to balance it out is you can start to have a social media following. You can start to post on Instagram, but that's all you have to do. Post. Don't scroll. Don't like other people's shit unless they're like a very good friend, like your best friend or some shit, or like a business partner. Unless it's those two very specific things that have to deal with you or some person you know posting, don't go on it. And better that you can delete it. That's what I do. Every now and then I post on Instagram, but right after and right before I post, I delete it. I don't even have the app on my phone right now. I might be posting in a couple of weeks. Fine, I'll just reinstall it. That's it. And even like, let's say at home, you have a computer. You can use that for Instagram. You can use that to post because the post quality on Instagram would be much better on a computer than a phone. You don't have an excuse to have Instagram on your phone. You don't have an excuse to not post unless, you know, the two very specific things. You want to be a monk or you don't want a big following, you don't want attention.